Hey everyone, it's me Dennis. I'm so excited. I got a huge package. I've never had such a big package before. I think it's even bigger than the one that I got at Breyerfest of 2022 when I purchased the horses on site and Robbie shipped them to me. But anyway, so dude, I'm actually in disbelief. I think that I'm one of the first people to own these horses. I think that Europe got the mid-year regular releases faster than the US, which dude, that's a first in history. Like it's always the US that gets it first. But I got these horses from a German retailer, and dude, it's one of the horses that when I saw the leaks, like when I saw the mid-year regular releases and I saw this horse, bro, I quite frankly, I filled them pants up. Do you know what I mean? Like, dude, this mold hasn't been used in like 8 to 11 years, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, I'm just like really excited. This package is actually huge. Like, do you guys see this? Probably not. I'll probably need to like insert a reference video. Dude, for the longest time I thought that all the international retailers get their packages shipped from New Jersey, but I don't think that's right, because if that were the case, then US would have had these horses, which they don't. I have not seen any pictures of these horses online. I mean, I've seen the official pictures from Breyer, but not from actual collectors posting about them on Facebook, which they usually do like as soon as they get them. So yeah, that's actually insane. Like, I think that every retailer gets their packages from China. They don't get shipped from New Jersey. I mean, that would make more sense. It would be more cost effective. Usually before buying horses, especially regular ones, I try to find pictures of people that already own them and see if I really do like them. And if I do, I buy them. Well, this time I couldn't do that because, bro, nobody owns these horses. Like, okay, that's a huge, claim to make. I don't know that for sure, but I haven't seen pictures online of these horses, so I must be one of the first people to own them. So, dude, that's actually so exciting. You guys don't understand. Like, I had to email the retailer and be like, is this for real? It said on their website, if you order now, they're going to be shipped in 5 to 8 business days. And I was like, is this a bug, or was this a mistake, or is this for real? And they were like, no, we do have this horse in stock. And I was like, all right, say less. And I bought them right before the retailer went to Breyerfest. Like, had I purchased it one day later, bro, I would have had to wait until the end of July to actually get the package, or August. I don't want to see the first one. Like, I don't want to see that one in particular that I really want. I want to save that one for last, and I cannot predict that. You know what I mean? All right. Bro. All right, we're going to start with this little one here. All right, so this box is huge. I've never seen such a huge box before. Bro, I've never seen this horse. I mean, I have at Breyerfest in person, but never cared for them. Anyway, so this is, bro, he's floating. Anyway, so yeah, this is him. I'm not gonna unbox them just now. I wanna just go through all of them really fast. Also, I know I said I was gonna unbox a stablemate, but I'm so scatterbrained right now. This is one of the stablemates that I think it's from Series 3 Best of Breyerfest from 2022. And I know that because when I went to Breyerfest 2022 in person, Robbie got the whole set just for this little rat, which, dude, she's actually so perfect. Like, I love this mold so much. So this is Chocolate, which I had, but I sold, which I really regretted. There's something about the details that Breyer's done with the eyes. Like, I don't know what they're called, but he's just stunning, and I love this mold. All right, then I got Cloud, which I didn't want to get at first, but then I saw pictures of him, and I was like, okay, he's actually stunning. Yeah, he's got flaws, like quite a few flaws. Anyway, so when I first started recollecting Breyers again in 2015, I believe it was. No, that was when I first started collecting. When I got back into Breyers in 2020, I think it was. Anyway, I was in this phase where I was collecting so many random horses, and I think that every collector goes to that phase where you just basically buy horses to see if you like the mold. And I remember I bought the Tractor Supply Bay horse on this mold, and I was like, wait, this mold is actually really sick. I did end up selling that horse, but I do think this mold is pretty cool. Yeah, I don't like the masking on mine. All right, now into the most exciting part. We have 2 horses that are the mid-year regular releases, and I'm really excited. So the first one, bro, she's actually really cool. The first one is this Arabian Classic. She's really loose in here. What the heck? Bro, what? Well, that's problematic. Anyway, so I don't really collect classics, but I've really tried to loosen up a little bit. I don't know why I was so set on, only collecting traditionals, because then I collect stablemates and I'm like, bro, they're actually so space and cost efficient. What was I doing? You know what I mean? In the same way, like, some classics are nice. Why not collect them? She's actually, like, stunning. I love this mold. There's not many in this mold that I like just because of the color that she comes in. Dude, now we have, like, now it's the time. I'm actually so excited. He better be a nice copy. Okay, I'm not even gonna look at it. Dude, I'm so nervous for some reason. This is so weird. Denis is just a horse, but here he is. This is Meneo's polo pony. When I saw that this horse was for sale and it said shipped in 5 to 8 business days from the time of placing the order, I was like, this has got to be a joke. Like, there's just absolutely no way. So, oh my, no. Okay, so he's actually really nice, but why is the stand literally rubbing against, dude, do you guys see that? The stand is literally rubbing against his leg, like his back leg. If there's a flaw there, I'm actually gonna be really upset. Like, I'm not even, you guys need to see this. All right, so this is him. The stand is literally rubbing against his leg, which is pretty difficult to see through the plastic, but that is actually, like, egregious. Other than that, he's perfect. Alright, you guys, so these are my new horses. I'm actually, like, in this belief that I own her and him. Like, there's just absolutely no way, dude. I'm so happy with this guy, okay? Is it a guy? I don't know, probably a gelding or a mare, but I don't see no ding-a-dong, you know what I mean? But anyway, so these are the details I was talking about with Chocolatey. Like, do you guys see those details in the eyes? Dude, beautiful. And then him, he's huge. So, oh yeah, and then cannot forget about the Croy. She's gorgeous. I don't have many Croys. I mean, I just have one. What am I talking about? And then all these guys here. This is my stablemate collection. This is not what the video is about. But anyway, getting distracted here. So I figured I'd give you guys some close-ups. This is the first Arabian on the classic mold, and she's actually so stunning. I love the shading. Her face is really adorable, and her back legs are in a really funny stance and position. Yeah, the crisp marking on the forehead looks awesome. There is some overspray on the mane, but I don't really care for it. I did notice a different texture with her just because she's on the older molds. I've never had a Breyer like this before, which I think to the older collectors or the people that are collecting vintage molds, I sound really funny when I say that, but yeah, this was a whole different experience for me because she just has such a different texture. Like, she's just way more abrasive. And then we have Chocolatey. I love him. I love the details on him. He does look a lot like the CC Shuffle Surprise, which I think is kind of wild that they did that. I still want to get that one as well, but yeah, just a little surprised that I decided to almost recreate the same horse, but as a regular run. Mine is really dark variation, which I really like. He's not leaving this time, not anymore. I've sold him once, regretted it. He's staying with me this time. Then the Longhorn Bull, he's actually just so adorable. He's huge. I love him. He has some really bad box rubs on his offside and his hoof as well. That's really disappointing, but I think most of them came with box rubs, which I think is really unfortunate. Same with Lydia, the Tractor Supply Lost Some Glory special or limited edition model. That was also just really unfortunate. So many of those came with box rubs. I don't know if the quality control has changed, but I'm getting more and more new box horses with flaws, which I didn't in the past. So I'm not sure if something changed or if I'm just no longer lucky. Then the Polo Pony, I absolutely love him. Unfortunately, he has some pretty bad rubs. Well, there's only one that's really visible. You can see in the camera on his front leg. But then he has some really weird shiny marks and almost like scratches in the plastic on his offside. Some rubs on his hoof. And it's pretty cool that Breyer decided to release this horse with a different tail variation. I really do like him. He's gorgeous, he's dark. He's a black horse, or actually he's more of a dark bay, but he looks black to be honest. It's only his muzzle that looks like you can really see the almost like burnt sienna color come through, the dark bay. I love the details on his hoofs. Here are my two polo ponies. I love them both so much. I think they look great together. And then here we have Cloud, which I'm not sure I want to keep. There's some pretty nasty flaws. It's really hard to see in the video just because the video is overexposed. But there's a pretty bad flaw in his ribcage area, and then the masking is pretty smudged on his face marking, which I don't really like. I might just have to sell him. Then we have this tailmate Croy. I am so happy I got her. She's just gorgeous. I want to conga this mold. And here she is next to my other one. Anyway guys, that was for today's video. Let me know which one of these you like most, and let me know what you think about the new mid-year releases. To be honest, I'm really sad that they use the stencil pattern again on these horses, on some horses. I think they really ruined it in my opinion. For instance, the one on the quarter horse mold. What's the name, dude? Then the Lonesome Glory and this Free, the ones that were released some time ago. I feel like they also kind of ruined those with the pattern. Dude, that one Lonesome Glory has like the best shading ever. Like, had it not had that stencil pattern, I think that would have been my favorite one. My favorite Lonesome Glory ever. And even the Buxton American Saddlebred, I think that's an amazing horse, but again, ruined by the stencil pattern. But that's just my opinion. If you like them, that's totally fine. If you guys want to watch more Breyer videos, then please subscribe to my channel. You can also find me on Instagram at deniswisestorm. And until next time, have a good one.